Good morning to all of you. Today I am going to start new chapter and the name of this chapter is triangle. So let's go and discuss about this triangle chapter. You all can see one figure I have already constructed and the name of this figure is triangle, which is triangle ABC, figure 7.1. This chapter is there. We will start. First of all, what do you mean by triangle? Okay, all of you have studied about triangle and their various properties in your earlier classes. You all have studied about triangles and their various properties in your earlier classes. This all you all are knowing. You know that closed figure formed by three intersecting lines is called a triangle. What do you mean by triangle? You know what was that triangle? A closed figure formed by three intersecting lines is called triangle. This one is clear. Triangle. If we will segregate this triangle, what we come to know that triangle we will separate it. It will become tri means three, and after that triangle, then angle will come. Okay. So triangle means tri means three. A triangle has three sides, three angles and three vertices. You all can see how many. A triangle has three sides and three angles as well as three vertices. From the above example, you can see this example which I have created here, a triangle. In triangle ABC, this we say in triangle ABC, A denoted by triangle, small triangle we used to make it, and then we write it ABC. You can see this figure also. Here in this figure, AB, BC, CA are three sides. These are what? Three sides. After this, angle A, angle B, angle C are three angles. And A, B, C are also three vertices. In sixth chapter, you have already studied some properties of triangle. You all have studied some properties of triangle. So here in this chapter you will study in detail about congruency of triangle. Is it clear? In this chapter what you will discuss? We will study about the congruency of triangle, rule of congruency, some more properties of triangle. You have already verified most of these property in your previous classes. We will now prove some of them. What we will do? We will prove some of them. For the proof of this one. Now, congruency of triangle. Let's have, what do you mean by congruency of triangle? Let's go for that. You must have observed, what you all have observed? You must have observed two copies of your photographs. You all have seen your photographs, but if you will take two copies of that photograph which is of same size are identical, which is of same size are identical. Similarly, what we can say, two bangles of same size, two bangles, you all have seen bangles, so two bangles of same size. Even one more example we can go for that, two ATM card which was issued by the same bank are identical. Is it clear? Identical means same. Here identical means same. You may recall that on placing 1 rupee coin on another minted same year. Minted here means what? Made. Was it clear? So 1 rupee coin and on another minted same year, they cover each other completely. So we will say they are identical. Do you remember what such figure are called? These figures which are identical, they are called congruent figures. What they are called? Congruent figures. Congruents mean equal in all respects, or figures whose shapes and size both are same. Is it clear? Or we can say identical means same. We say that all figures whose shapes and size both are same. Now you can take it to more examples, then it will be more clear. Draw two circles of same radius. What you do? Draw two circles of same radius and place one on the other. What you do? You place one on the other. What do you observe? What do you observe? So what you all have observed, now draw two circles of same radius and place one on the other. What do you observe? That they cover each other completely. What? Both the circle cover each other completely. We call them as a congruent circle. What we call them? Congruent circle. Repeat this activity by placing one square, which I have shown in figure also. One square with of same side on the other in figure 7.2. So both the square, when you would place on another, both will be identical and same also. Same way we can go for equilateral triangle of equal sides on each other. Two equilateral triangle on equal side, when we will do, we will get what? Both are identical. So from these all things you come to know that we observe that the squares are congruent to each other, and so are also triangles. Means whatever equilateral triangle we have taken and whatever square we have taken, both are identical to each other. Is it clear? You all can see, or you may be wondered that why we studying congruency, why we are studying congruency, why there is a need of congruency. Okay, so you all must have seen the ice tray in your refrigerator. You all are seen that ice tray in your refrigerator. Observe that the molds for making ice, the molds that is used for making ice are all congruent. They all are what? Congruent. The cast used for molding in the tray also has congruence depression. Is it clear? The ice tray which was used is all are congruent. Maybe all are rectangular. It depend upon the shape and size. Maybe all tray are in rectangular, maybe all are in circular, or all are triangular. You all can see in fridge that tray, refrigerator, that tray was there which are of different shape but all are identical. So whenever identical objects have to be produced, whenever identical objects have to be produced, the concept of congruency is used in making that cast. So this is the application. Whenever such type of concept or identical object has to be produced, the concept of congruency is used in making that cast. Okay, sometimes you may find it difficult to replace. Sometimes you may find it difficult to replace the refill in your pen. This is another example that I am talking about. You may find difficult to replace the refill in your pen by a new one. And this is so when a new refill is not of same size. When the new refill, when you will purchase, which is of not of same size as the one you wanted to remove. Obviously this thing will be happen. Why? Because if two refills are identical or congruent, the new refill fits. So you can find numerous example where congruent objects is applied in daily life situations. Okay, let us now discuss the congruency of two triangles. You already know that, what you all know? You know that two triangles are congruent. Two triangles are congruent if the sides and angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle. You already know that two triangles are congruent if the sides and angle of triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angle of other triangle. Now, which of the triangles is given below are congruent to triangle ABC in figure 7.4? You can see. In next slide, it will be more clear. See, you can see here figure 7.4. I have taken five triangles. I have taken 1 2 3 4 and 5 triangles that I have taken and named as ABC, then PQR, then DEF, then RMN and TSU. Okay, cut out these triangle from the figure. Now cut out each triangle. Whatever triangles are given here, you need to cut out these triangle from the figure 7.4, second to fifth part, and turn them around. You can turn them around and try to cover those 4 triangles from second to fifth with the original one, that is triangle ABC. What you will observe? You will observe that second, third and fourth are congruent to triangle ABC, while triangle TSU of figure 7.4 is not congruent to triangle ABC. After this, you can see that these two figures I have taken. First one is triangle ABC, another one I have taken, second one, that is triangle PQR. Now if triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC, in this figure I am talking about, in this figure, that if triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC, what we write? We used to denote and triangle PQR, then this is a symbol of congruency. You all can see symbol of congruency. So triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC. Note, when triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC, this is possible only when the side of triangle PQR fall on the corresponding equal sides of triangle ABC. And so is the case for the angles, and this is the case for angles. After this, what you can say, that PQ covers AB, QR covers BC and RP covers CA. From this what we come to know, that PQ covers AP, QR covers BC and RP covers CA. Also angle P covers angle A, angle Q covers angle B and angle R covers angle C. One more thing you can observe, that there is one more correspondence between the vertices, that is P correspond to A, Q correspond to B, R correspond to C and so on, which is written as P correspond symbol, then A, Q correspond symbol B, R correspond symbol C. Note, under this corresponds triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC. We used to denote it triangle PQR, then congruency symbol, then triangle ABC. But it will not be correct. Be careful. It won't be correct, or it will not be correct when we will write triangle QRP is congruent to triangle ABC. Till this it is clear to all of you? See, it will be more clear when we will go for another, that is first part and the third part. We will do comparison of first figure, that is ABC and DEF. Similarly, for the figure 7.4, FD correspond to AB, DE correspond to BC and EF correspond to CA. And also F correspond to A, D correspond to B and E correspond to C. So triangle FDE is congruent to triangle ABC, but writing DEF triangle congruent to ABC is not correct. Be careful. Here triangle FDE is corresponding to triangle ABC. That's why we say triangle FDE is congruent to triangle ABC. But writing triangle DEF congruent to triangle ABC is not correct. So it is necessary to write the correspond of vertices correctly for writing of congruency of triangle in symbolic form. Note, the congruency of triangle we are talking about, that the congruent triangle corresponding parts are equal. We are talking here what? Corresponding part of triangle which is congruent are always equal. So we used to say in short CPCT, and we used to write it, and the full form of CPCT is corresponding part of congruent triangle.